Welcome to Urban Kayaks. I'm Joni, and today we'll be going over a few of the obstacles you'll encounter on the river. And this is Larry.
Yo, what's up? Is that bacon?
The Chicago River works exactly like a city street. On the river, we are mostly going to encounter large architectural tour boats. Think of these large tour boats as the buses. Smaller pleasure boats are the cars. Jet skis are the motorcycles, and kayaks are the bicycles. As the bicycles of the river, we must always stay in the kayak lane. Our launch slide puts you 10 feet from the river wall. This is an ideal distance to stay at all times. Just like a street, always travel on the right side of the river. Do not travel east of Lakeshore Drive Bridge, and do not attempt to go into the lock or onto the lake. Crossing the river is just like crossing a major intersection while on a bicycle. Wait in the kayak lane, let all traffic clear, and once the traffic is clear, cross as quickly as you can on a right angle in order to reduce your time in the crossing. If you want to take photos or take a break for any reason, please take your break once you have safely returned to the kayak lane. There is no situation—
Ooh, ball!
Look at the ball! Ball! Excuse me. There is no situation where you are sitting in the middle of the river and not actively working towards the other side. Traveling westbound from this location, you will quickly enter what we call a high traffic zone. There are two reasons why we label this area the high traffic zone. First, the river begins to narrow between Columbus and Wabash, condensing westbound traffic and sometimes causing congestion.
Squirrel!
Second, many of the architectural tour boats and water taxis on the river stop and dock between Columbus and Wabash. We do not have right-of-way, and we must yield to motorized boat traffic at all times. Compare this to riding a bicycle down a busy street and waiting for a large truck to parallel park. Make sure to give the boat plenty of room to dock up or disembark.
Okay, so what happens if I get into a high traffic zone and a big tour boat is trying to dock up or disembark?
As the smallest vessel on the river, every other boat has the right-of-way. If we approach the high traffic zone and a big tour boat is trying to dock or disembark, you have to give the boat plenty of space and wait for them to complete their action. Make sure you have chosen a good spot to wait and you are not waiting right where the boat is trying to dock up.
Ooh, that feels good.
If crew members on the boat give you instructions or yell at you, pay attention. They are interested primarily in your safety.
So, hey, are there rapids or anything like that on the river?
Wow, Larry, that's actually a valid question, for once. At various points, we are going to encounter water pumps and propeller washes as we navigate through this high-traffic zone on the river. Please wait until all oncoming river traffic clears before paddling through these hazards, as they may cause your vessel to get pushed into the center of the river. It is important that you recover and quickly return to the kayak lane. You may encounter construction work along the river. Take care when passing any tied-up barges or equipment and use extra caution if the channel is narrowed. When heading through construction zones, always stay within a paddle's distance of the river wall or barge. This junction we see here is called Wolf Point and is about a 30 to 40 minute paddle each way. Paddlers looking to spend about an hour on the water should use that junction as a marker to turn around. Keep in mind, the junction is also a high-traffic zone, so stay in the kayak lane, and when you do decide to cross, look both ways and cross quickly and completely on a right angle. Always wear your life jacket. Keep in mind that if your life jacket is not snug, it is not properly fitted.
Am I good?
To properly fit your life jacket, loosen all side and shoulder straps before putting on. Once the jacket is on and zipped, tighten all straps to your comfort level.
So, now if I fall into the river, I'm good?
Well, you'd only fall into the river if you're heavily leaning in your kayak. If you stay centered at all times, you'll be fine.
Okay, but what if I get hungry? I can just pop out and grab a snack, right?
There are numerous points along the Chicago River where you're able to safely exit in an emergency. However, getting out of your kayak is strongly discouraged unless absolutely necessary. Lastly, don't drink and kayak. Good judgment is critical while on the water. By following these simple rules, you can make sure your paddling experience is fun and safe. If you understand the potential hazards that exist all around you and act responsibly to avoid them, you will have a safe paddling experience to enjoy and remember. Let's recap the top safety points that we just went over. Stay in the kayak lane at all times. Paddle on the right side of the river. Never stop in the middle of the river. Yield to boats coming in and off their docks. Be mindful of construction areas. And remember, if you fall in, stay with your kayak until help arrives.
All right, let's go kayaking already.